For 3 years, I've given this company a substantial piece of my time and effort. That's 40 hours for approximately 52 weeks. When I do the math, the comparison of time spent and money earned doesn't add up. It's corporate robbery. A 2-week notice is the professional thing to do? I know, but who comes up with such things? The 8-hour workday, resignation letters, bosses unfit to manage people? I would love to give them a piece of my mind. Undisclosed company, satisfied employee. Life is going great. I had one of the best bosses an employee could ask for. How long would I feel this way? Good things never seem to last. Though my career at this company was a means to an end, kind coworkers made the day less painful. Some companies allow very little freedom for one to be creative and think outside of the box, especially for me, an innovator who has been praised and recognized as a change agent within the organization. These rules are way too restricting. On the flip side, upper management always brings treats when they return from Japan. My favorite was the green tea matcha Kit Kats. Sweet treats and Friday omelets from the cafe are a couple of the perks of being employed here. Who am I kidding? We had damn good healthcare benefits too. One day, my favorite coworker sent me a meeting invite. We were friends. Why so formal? Couldn't we just talk at lunch like we usually do? I opened the conference room door and Tish said, "Close it tightly. I don't want them to hear us." For a moment, I was nervous. We had been good friends. She never hinted at anything more. Was this her way of coming out in the conference room? Of course not. She was happily married. I always overthink things. She then hit me with the bad news. "I heard we will be getting a new boss and you won't believe who it is." Our soon-to-be old manager decided to live out his dream and become a pilot. He had given this company 20 years of his life and was ready for a change. Little did I know, this change would later impact me in a major way. Undisclosed company, unsatisfied employee. It is amazing how quickly one's mood can change from feeling content to discontent. Did I jinx myself? I was a satisfied employee, but I figured something would happen to change that. I should have been more grateful. Not everyone gets Kit Kats from 7,000 miles away. The decision was out of our hands. We had to make the best of what was to come. Eric Lewis would assume the management role in our department. This became a problem not only for me, but for my conference room bestie, Tish. Our days began to seem long and our lunch breaks didn't seem long enough. Eric and I would constantly bump heads due to differences in opinion. Though he was the leader, did I really have to follow all of his rules? Apparently, according to the employee handbook, there's this term, insubordination? Of course, I never read it, and to my surprise, I landed in yet another conference room. This time, it wasn't with Tish, but I have to admit it was just as awkward, if not more. As I walk in, I'm disappointed that they didn't select a more spacious room. One could become claustrophobic in here. Around the table, I see 2 guests who must have RSVP'd, a snob of an HR lady, Eric's manager, and Eric himself. Suddenly, a piece of paper is slid in my direction. I look up to see who initiates the move. insubordination. You will be put on probation until further notice. Please sign here," the snob replies. "I'm not signing anything. After all of the complaints and unsatisfied employees, why is the manager not in the hot seat?" I retort. Corporate America never fails to disappoint. I'm clearly outnumbered here. Walking out of the room, I take the scenic route back to my desk, knowing my days are numbered here. 3 months from that very date, I arrived to work with a new attitude. The discontent employee becomes content again. After a record number of interviews, I received 3 offers from hiring managers at companies that immediately recognized my worth and value. So now I was faced with decisions. The easiest of which, knowing when to walk away from what no longer served me. I gently slide a letter of resignation on Eric's desk, and the news spread like wildfire. It felt like I was LeBron leaving the Cavs. Managers from various departments reached out to persuade me to stay, even offering to craft a special role just for me. "You'd be a great asset on our team. Will you reconsider?" The decision was final. 10 more days and counting.